Hey everybody, my name is Alejandro Ortiz. You are listening to a Random Gamers Corner, and we are on episode 31. And finally, I'm not by myself, thank God. I am joined by my friends Nathan
Hey.
and Fred.
Hello.
Mason is sleeping, but it's cool. He he'll come back. Don't worry, guys. But yeah, I'm joined by my dudes again, and we're gonna be talking some different topics today, which is gonna be pretty nice. First, I just want to do like a little catch up with each other kind of thing, just to see how everyone has been, because I think you guys haven't been around for a bit, huh? Yeah, I
Mostly
mean
me.
that's pretty much it. Like if you don't know, then yeah, it has been a cool minute. And then the next section we'll be talking about live action movies and anime ones. And then there's gonna be the next topic, which is the video game awards beating the Oscars in streams, which is pretty insane. And the last topic will be just talking about the Spider-Man cartoon series being taken off Disney Plus, which is something that actually kind of resonated with me because I had an episode talking with Nathan a couple episodes back about that kind of thing about streaming platforms. But yeah, let's get into the thing. Nathan, what have you been up to, buddy? Have you been gaming, watching stuff? How have you been?
Um, I'll be honest, I have no idea what I've been doing. And the reason why is I haven't really been playing anything. I haven't been watching I watched YouTube every day. I watch like random stuff, not overly I don't watch series or anything.
Right.
Um, I've just been getting back to like myself, I guess, and it's really weird because like if all you do is play games, you're like, fuck, man. And then weirdly enough, I'm doing nothing with my day, right? But I feel like
Mhm.
better than if I spent an entire day playing games and stuff. So I've literally just been sitting around and I think I've been chilling in my bed because I got a new bed. So it's really comfy. I've been chilling there, like just sleeping, just having a good time, doing nothing. And I'm like, I don't know. That's what I've been doing. Not a whole lot, really. Just doing me stuff, I guess.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm glad that little me time even from games is like helping you out.
Yeah, me too.
All right. Nothing else to add? Like anything else?
Not really, no.
All right, man.
Um, I'm working on getting the book that I've been working on published. I think I've talked to you about that, right?
Hey, that's great, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, you mentioned it, but I don't think you told me anything about like the actual book being like now getting like close to being published.
I just have to do the like I'm working on getting someone to design the cover art because I'm gonna self-publish it. So yeah, I'm basically just waiting because I have to wait because I can't draw to save my life. So I'm kind of waiting around for that. So I'm kind of on hiatus, doing nothing for a minute, but it's good.
Hey, and I will definitely advertise that shit once it's out.
Oh, me too.
I wish
Believe
you luck,
me.
man. I wish you
Oh,
luck.
thank you.
No problem. Fred, how have you been? What have you been doing lately?
Um, basically, I'm actually going out more often than I thought I did. Um, wait, can you guys hear me first of all? I want to
Hmm.
make
Yeah, we
sure.
hear you.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Um, I just spend time with my family more often. Yesterday was my sister's birthday. She's 17. Yikes! I'm feeling super old right about now. Um, oh, but yesterday, holy crap! I was feeling like a kid again because I cannot believe my dad got something fixed up. You guys ever heard of Nintendo 64 console, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
yeah.
looking at one right now.
And
You too,
I have
Alex.
I have like an SNES kind of emulated game thing, so
uh,
yeah, I
No,
got
no,
you.
no, no. Not like a simulation thing, like the legit Nintendo 64. Like
Mhm.
you're legit playing it.
Where you put the cartridge in?
Yeah.
got blow
Oh,
on
like
it.
the actual cartridge.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
I might have an SNES,
Yes.
but it's fancy. So
Oh my goodness. My parents like put on Pokemon Stadium. I'm like, why? So I turn it on, and one thing I hear is say Pika. I was like, wait, what? It's actually working. It's actually on. flat screen TV is actually on. It was like my childhood inside of me was like screaming, having fun with this game. Until I come to realize all the Pokemon I'm playing with are all over the place. Holy crap! I haven't felt like that as a kid back then. What else happened to me? I just recently watched Mortal Kombat movie, the new one.
Nice.
Not gonna talk about that. We're gonna save that one for later.
Oh, you said you're not gonna. I thought you said not good. I was like, wow, okay.
Oh no, it's good. It's good. Really
I just
good.
heard you wrong.
No, it's really good. I just don't want to talk any further because I feel like since you guys haven't seen it, I wanted to like save it up until you guys see it. That's why.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Thank
Wait,
you.
have we all King Kong vs. Godzilla?
Oh, I did.
I have. Can we
Oh,
talk
feel
about
bad.
that after, or
Huh?
like
Oh.
whenever?
I want Mason to be here for it because I know he loves it. We'll save that for another episode.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll
okay,
save it.
fine.
We'll save it. I have a problem with it. That's all I'm gonna say.
You have a problem with everything.
No. It's not okay. It's not okay.
It's a problem.
There's nothing wrong with the fighting one. Okay, that's the only thing I'm gonna leave it alone. There's nothing wrong with the fighting one. It's a story that make no freaking sense. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right, I'll agree with that. Yeah. All right. Well, we won't say any further because Mason ain't here, and
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna save it until Mason show up.
all right, for sure. Well, until another episode because he's asleep. But yeah, continue on what you're saying, man.
Yeah, and I went to Frankenstein's on Saturday to help out my brothers and help out my brother. We went to Frankenstein's on Saturday.
Oh, explain what the Frankenstein is, considering the audience may not know.
Think of it like a swamp meet, but made for geeks and nerds only in a way. I don't know how you interpret that. That's the only thing I can think of, to be honest, you guys.
Yeah, sounds about right. And for anyone who doesn't know what swap meet is, it's where people meet up and pretty much like trade stuff. No, I know you guys are gonna think like, who doesn't know what swap meet is, but like, trust me, there are places that don't know what swap meets are, and
Yeah,
Oh,
if there's someone in like Wisconsin, you don't know what a swap meet is. You already know. No. Because it's Wisconsin. I don't mean to like shit on Wisconsin. Wisconsin's fine, but
it's kind of fun. It's alright. It's an alright
it's
state.
alright.
Yeah,
It's-
go on, friend.
No, is this one of those days that? Is this one of those days we went over there? I think my dad was with me on that time. No, wait, my dad was with me. Holy crap! I never seen him disappear on me in like 5 seconds. I was like, "Where's Dad?" I was like, "He was with me not too long ago." I wish I could make a picture of this, where my dad's eyes went sparkle when he saw the classic Hot Wheel collection, G.I. Joe collection, Transformer collection. He was gone. I was like, "Oh crap! I never seen you being like this." Is like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "You disappear on me." That's all I'm saying.
It's like the cartoons where like they're like, okay, everyone, let's get ready to go, and then like, the dad's gone, the kid's
Oh,
gone,
yeah.
whoever's gone. Yeah, it was like that.
Where'd they go?
Oh, the one he got excited about was Optimus Prime, where I don't know if you guys saw this commercial or saw the review of it, where Optimus Prime could transform by itself. When you said Optimus Prime transform, and he'll just literally transform by itself. But that
I
was
wish I could transform.
That's not pretty bad.
if you get a chance to look it up, it's on YouTube. It's really awesome.
So wait, Fred, is this like the Optimus Prime thing you're talking about? Is it like an action figure thing, or?
That's a good question. I don't. That's the thing about that. It doesn't say it's an action figure or a figurine thing. It literally says it's a toy. That's all I know. It says it's a toy and can transform by itself.
That's pretty sick.
Pretty fancy toy.
But that's just it though. I don't know where this category from. Is it action figure, or is this like a doll in a way because he could breathe by itself, and it does have like a like you use on the phone and you use it to activate certain things. I don't know.
Wait, breathe?
Yeah, he looked like he's breathing by himself. He looked like he's breathing.
It's alive.
Like
Yeah,
he's actually alive. Like think of it a Toy Story, but in real life, basically.
Yeah, not bad.
And do not get me started how much it is though.
I won't. I know. I've seen LA collectibles prizes that. Yeah, I mean, in this economy, yeah, right. That's a whole paycheck right there.
No, this is the new one. This is a new one that came out a month ago.
Is it turn 99?
I wish. No, it's actually $700.
Yeah, that sounds like the old LA kind of price thing. So, I'm not even phased by it. Like, yep, sounds about right.
Yeah,
I was like,
too much money. That is insane.
Well, it came with. Here's the thing. It came with 5 different things with it.
Okay.
It came with the battle axe, energy sword, energy blaster. Came with 2 different blasters, and inside of it. It came more than 65 voices in there.
Damn. I mean, that's a lot of voices, but my bed frame cost $700. I feel like what the fuck? One of us is getting scammed, and I kind of feel like it's me. My bed should be talking to me. This is some bullshit.
Here's the twist part. The voices, the person who do the voices for Optimus Prime is none other than the main actor who voices Optimus Prime.
From what, the show or the movies from Michael Bay?
The Michael Bay movies?
No, not the Michael Bay movie.
It's Michael Bay himself in the
Oh,
toy
God.
explosion.
You ever seen the old cartoon, the old Transformers, the old one?
The one where they cuss?
The old cartoon one?
Yeah, because there's like this cartoon one where Optimus Prime or like Bumblebee, one of them saying like motherfucker or something, like it's real,
I think so. I think that's the one where either Megatron or Shockwave transform into a gun, if I remember correctly. I don't
Damn,
remember.
that's hardcore.
This is the old school one. That's the original voice of Optimus Prime.
Oh, okay. So the original, the OG.
The OG one.
Gotcha.
Voice. They got him into that toy. I was like, damn, no wonder why it's $700. You got the main guy in there. You're complete set.
I try to look it up right now, like when we'll be saying that, but all I found was like a Samuel L. Jackson compilation of same motherfucker, so that was a fail.
God.
But yeah. So other than Frankincense, right?
Yeah.
Was there anything else, or it's all good for catching up and on to the next section?
On to the next section. Other than that, we're good.
All right, for sure. Wait, I forget that I'm a member as well.
Yes. What have you been up to? Tell us.
Yeah.
So I've been actually, I'm not sure you guys heard the last episode, but I've actually tried checking out the Xbox Live thing just to see like, all right, what exactly is going on with it? Because I remember Nathan saying like it's not completely free, it's like some kind of tier, and I was thinking like, all right, time to check it out. And then, yeah, if you guys listened to the previous episode, and also for the newcomers, welcome. I hope you're enjoying the episode so far. So I was checking Xbox Live, and from what I'm seeing, games that are already free, like free to play, even with Xbox Live. So, for example, Fortnite, Apex Legends, those kind of games are free to play. But if it's like you had to buy the game in order to play the multiplayer part, such as Grand Theft Auto Online, then that's when you need to buy some level of Xbox Live. It's a bit weird. Like, why the hell just make it completely free instead of? I mean, I get it. They're still gonna make money, but at the same time, like they're making those big purchases. Like you would think they would just be more confident in themselves now. But they gotta make sales. But yeah, I've been playing Apex Legends. I'm a single player kind of guy. I suck at multiplayer, but so far I've actually been having fun with Apex Legends, surprisingly. So far, like I've been getting more and more stuff, so that's pretty cool.
I suck at that game. We can go and lose together.
Hey, get the whole squad together. I mean, you, me, Mason, and Tyler from Switch It Up once are like all interested in playing it, so that'd be pretty
But
sick.
Thank God you didn't have me in there. I'll be terrible.
I suppose. I mean, I'm terrible. Yet I can sometimes kill at least one person per match. I mean, I posted a video earlier on Twitter where I ran out of bullets, so I started punching the dude, and he was like trying to punch me back, but I kept dodging and freaking punching him. Then like he's dead. Dude, the animation's like so weird.
their
It's like
animations,
like,
yeah, dude, they're just like, whoa, they go
there's
all
never a
in.
left hand, there's no uppercut, no nothing else.
Yeah.
At least you did better than me because the last time I played it, I had no weapon, and this guy had a shotgun, and I was like, "Well, time to punch someone. Hopefully, I can kill him first."
I mean, that's pretty much the same thing that I was doing. I don't know how I'm doing better than you.
Well, you have a gun first. I didn't have a gun in the beginning.
It was empty already.
Oh, damn it!
But I still won, so I'm good. But
That's the worst. Or like someone picks up the ammo and you pick up the gun, so you're both just there like, oh, just ooh, like that's the worst.
if only those guns have bayonets. But other than Apex Legends, I've also watched the Mortal Kombat Scorpion's Revenge anime movie, and oh my lord, that movie is bloody as hell. It is brutal. It is amazing. If you guys haven't watched the movie, I highly recommend it. It's called Mortal Kombat Scorpion's Revenge. It's animated, so they kind of like have like a lot more freedom to like make it as crazy as they want it to be. And I can't say much more other than it's like watching the damn game itself, except animated, especially when they have the X-ray effects going on. So that was pretty amazing.
Nice.
And just like a little final part to add in, it was pretty amazing to like go back to the theaters for once. 2 weeks ago, I think, with my dad. Like we went to go watch King Kong and I mean King Kong versus Godzilla. Sorry, but like I was like, my God, I missed the movies. Like I wish there was the movies over watching at theaters over like watching it comfortably in my home for like paying $30 or $19. Like no, I want to watch it in theaters. I want to be surrounded by at least a couple people.
I like
Just
the
like
ambience of it. Like that's always what got me about movie theaters was it's
yeah.
super loud. You got, that popcorn that's probably giving you cancer because it's too fucking good. Like there has to be some bad thing on it. I don't know.
Too much salt.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel you. So you said you were actually able to go in theaters because I don't know. I haven't been out in forever. I mean,
Yep,
I,
you could assign. I pretty much
obviously they're probably gonna have it like
assigned
restricted a
seating.
little bit. You're not just gonna be like, "Hey, stranger," and bumping elbows with people right next to you. But
Yeah, that's what I want to say. That first there's like assigned seating, so you get it however you like. Like, I'm pretty sure mainly online
yeah,
before you get to the theater, and then there's the fact that from what I've seen in the theater, or at least in the room that I was in,
yeah.
it's like one row people, another row no people, one row people, and so on. So
Okay,
I guess they're trying to put like at least that kind of restriction right now for the time being. And
yeah.
all right. That sounds great. Like
Dude, I can't like I'm sorry to kind of interrupt, but I can't wait to be able to go into like a crowded theater again. I remember I went to watch Straight Out of Compton with the theater like full. It was
that's a good
amazing, bro.
I
Dude,
remember it
yeah.
too.
It's funny because where we live, I was the only guy of like my complexion. It was pretty funny. It was really
Oh,
funny. Everyone's like, "That guy really?" Like it was funny. He's going to
Oh
see
my
that.
gosh, how was that experience? Now I'm curious.
Dude, it was sick. I mean, honestly, I don't know. I feel like after the movie I earned some respect because there's this other kid going in like to the next showing of it, right? And
Mhm.
he was like all super scrawny and nerdy and like he had like pajama bottoms on and a Star Wars shirt. He looked so out of place. I was like, "Dang, like I actually look the part. Like I'm dressing like these people and stuff." But This guy, he's coming in here like a nerd. Like it'd be fine if you're going to a Star Wars film, but if you're going to see Straight Outta Compton, you shouldn't be dressed like, it just doesn't make sense to me. It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
I mean, it's not like we go to Aquaman and wear like swimming gear, but I'm just
Dude,
kidding. I know you. I know I'm
actually,
too far.
just take some floaties, take the little scuba flippers, start tripping all over that. That'd be fun.
Bring your pet fish.
Yeah.
But no, I get it, man. Like yeah, honestly, the ambiance, like a full theater, like we'll probably get those. No, we are gonna get those days back. We just gotta get more healthy and stay alive and such.
I mean,
But
it's happening slowly but surely, and that's kind of what gives me like hope about it.
yeah,
So
things
yeah.
get more normalized. But
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
laughing about that.
all right, but other than that, for me, shit, was there anything else? Nothing else really, unless playing Fire Emblem Blazing Blade on my Nintendo DS or something. But yeah, I've been doing well. Moving on.
Nice.
Now, Fred, you're gonna be taking the reins for this one. You said you want to talk about live action movies and anime movies. So go on,
Yes.
explain what is going on with the audience, and then I guess do your thing with asking Nathan and I about whatever it is you want to ask us.
All right. This is gonna be more difficult than I thought. I didn't expect you to put me in the spotlight. Okay. How it goes basically is like any movie you saw this year. Let's say, for example, like you grew up watching Dragon Ball Z, for example, right? You grew up watching Dragon Ball Z cartoon, the animated shows, to their own animated movies, to see Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Evolution, for example, right? And you can tell a lot of people don't like Evolution. We all talk about that. Lethal Threat. We all talk about that. That's like a terrible, terrible movie to put representative, right?
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
So in that part, everybody agree the animated one is better. No argument there. But here's the thing I'm looking at here. I'm not going to talk about the bad movies. We're going to talk about that one later. I'm talking about the actual good movies of animated movies, live action one, right?
Right.
Of animated movies, like what was animated at first being turned into live action.
Yeah, in the way,
Okay.
yes.
Oh, okay.
Like I grew up watching Gundam as a kid,
Mhm.
right? I see Gundam in the cartoon. I always wish that someone could actually make a live action movie with that. And someone actually did. It was called Ready Player One. I don't know if you guys saw the trailer. Wait.
Was it? Okay, I know how Ready Player One is because I heard a lot of people's complaints and some compliments. Was it only for one scene or such that they only had like a Gundam ready?
Yes, that's
Okay, that's probably why. I think it'll be probably very costly to be doing like a whole live action, and they only just felt like, all right, we just only need one scene. Like we're not gonna be really intricate with this.
well, that's just the thing though. I actually appreciate it because at least someone actually did something about it.
Hmm.
Because because as a kid you want to see a live action movie robot, an actual good robot movie. A giant
Real
robot
deal.
fighting beside Pacific Rim.
That was a great fucking movie. I don't care what anyone says.
I still haven't watched it. Should I watch it?
You should. You should watch it.
Okay, I will.
Watch it.
I'm still having the Bane Part 2 though. That's the problem. I'm still having the problem with the Bane Part 2 though.
Dude, I haven't even seen part 2. I don't give a fuck about part 2. I only saw the first one.
Yeah, the first one's alright, in my opinion. I mean, it's not bad per se. It's just, it's not there for me. I mean,
Okay.
they're close. They're close. It's just they're not. Because when I saw Gundam actually live, I only care it's the one scene. I was like, someone actually did it.
I feel you.
Yeah.
This is like that sort of way, but this is where it get tricky. This is where it get tricky.
Yeah.
Like my brother just told me that he actually saw Demon Slayer movie. Yeah, Demon Slayer have a movie in there now.
Yeah, I seen it. It became like the most popular movie right now. Like
That's well,
something.
that's the thing we're gonna talk about. And the live action one, like say King Kong versus Godzilla movie. Now these two, they're hard to compare because they're not similar to each other. But the only difference is a lot of people will go to those movies because they have story to tell in a way. Like which one caught your eye the most? Like if you're going for Godzilla versus King Kong, then you'll go to that movie because you'll like those two, right?
Right.
Yeah, I think
I see
so.
where you're getting at.
And my brother never seen Demon Slayer. My brother has never seen it. He never seen this series. But all of a sudden, he's a big fan of it now. He's like, I'd rather watch that than King Kong versus Godzilla one. I was like, really? He's like, yes. I was like, this is actually an interesting conversation we're having right now. And he threw a point where certain anime series movie are doing way better than a live action one. Like, way better. Like,
Yeah, I've noticed that actually.
that's the question. That is the question I wanted to ask about. Like, which story actually caught your eyes the most? Like the live action tell better story, or anime series tell you a better story?
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
Like, animated story tell you better in a way, right?
Okay,
Mm.
I can touch on this like briefly, because I don't want to make it too long or anything. I feel like it's not getting to the root of what you're asking, but like, well, it is, but not in the. It's kind of in a roundabout way. Like I've noticed for myself personally, I hate Hollywood because it's always the same shit. Um,
Mm.
it's always this gray fucking background, this guy being all gruff and serious, like we need to find her, or like some shit. It's the same shit all the time. It's this guy. The government gets involved for some fucking reason. They're like, John, you're the only one who can do this. We need you to save America. And it's like, I've left that life behind. I'm an accountant now. It's so stupid. It's the same shit, different. It's like lazy writing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
Oh yeah.
like,
that's just it though. It's about writing. Who's writing the story?
yeah, that's what I'm getting to. I'm
Writing the
saying
story.
like, I think I've noticed in regard to like animation and stuff, like there's a lot more passion behind it because I think making a movie, I feel like your number one concern at the end of the day, like most people, I would imagine, because obviously I don't make movies, but I assume most people make movies to try and make a product, like to make a profit, not product. That's the bottom line. I mean, that's the goal for like in animation too, but it's kind of like you can get by with a bad animated series or like you know if it's decent it can keep on going. It can get a few seasons. I've noticed, I think American stuff for the most part we have a very like mm, I don't know, we have a few gems, like there's a few things we can do right, and we don't try our hand with animation all that much unless it's for like children's shows, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you think
Of
back to
course.
like Cartoon Network and stuff, you guys remember Ed, Edd and Eddy? That show
Yeah.
Oh,
was that show was Canadian. That wasn't even American. Like the Canadians know where it's at.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was made in Canada and stuff. But they couldn't air it in Canada for some reason. Canada didn't like it as much as America did. Which is weird, right? But
Yeah.
like
That's
the main thing is America, they do animations primarily for kids shows, and even the good, like really good animations like Avatar: The Last Airbender, that was on Nickelodeon. Even though I'd call it a kids show, but it's definitely one of the better and like more serious kinds of kids shows.
oh yeah.
of course.
I think that the like animes and stuff, animated series, especially from Japan, they have a lot more passion behind it. And like I guess I'm saying that as someone who doesn't watch anime 24/7, because I'm sure if you watch nothing but anime, you might see the same tropes and the same shit over and over again. Like I did notice one thing that pisses me off about animes, just to like as an example, like about tropes and shit. You know how the character gets angry for some reason. It could be anything. It could be like most of the time it's insecurity though. You know, they're like, I feel so angsty. You know, whether it be like different or whatever, and they just take off running. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? You know what I mean? You
Oh,
guys know what I'm talking
Oh, I
about.
know what you're talking.
They get
I,
all
I got an
upset
idea now.
and they just and like it cuts to them running. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, it's bizarre. But the point I'm trying to make is like, you know, I don't notice the trope so much in animes. I think animated series, generally speaking, have a lot more love and passion into their writing. There's like an actual story behind it. You know what I mean? A lot of times with Hollywood, like this one movie that I watched recently, I was watching it and I was like, it was new but not super new. Um, but I was just like, it pissed me off, right? Because you just know you're looking at it and you're like, I could have written a better story for this. These people, the people who wrote this, don't know the source material. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. You know what I mean? Because it was based on like uh, an established work already. You know what I
Right.
mean? And so I just feel like they're lazy as far as writing goes. They're like, okay, what can we film fast and fucking get out there? And what's a product? What's an established product that we can push? You know, that we can sucker people into, that we can get them to spend money on. That's how I feel. I feel generally speaking like animes and animated series are better in terms of like writing and stuff, you know. Sorry, I said I was gonna make that brief and I really didn't. I tried my best. I'm just not good at
Oh,
it.
that's completely
And
fine.
you already want me to get started on horror movies, but that's something a bit different. But when it's my turn to put my piece out, yeah, like it's
Actually, I wanted to say something about what Nathan just said, but here's the thing, though. Here's a counter attack on you. What about Marvel? Because Marvel did their story too in live action one. They actually did well with their story as well.
Yeah, I feel
But granted, it was too easy. For me, it's like too easy because I'm pretty sure they read a comic book. They had to take some material from them. But the way they acted, the way they get you feel the emotion, I'm like, okay, there's some good writing in there, but there's certain aspect that is like too predictable. I'm like, okay, you could tell which one's the bad guy or which one's gonna die eventually. I'm like, okay, I can see it happening. Like,
I mean, isn't that the curse of a comic book reader coming? Like,
exactly.
I think.
This
I think
no, it's
that
basically. I think I know what Alex was trying to say, but I think it's coming from.
I have finished what I'm saying.
Well, I'm trying to say the curse of Superman, in the way. You guys ever heard the curse of Superman?
No.
I've heard it. I'm not familiar with it though, but I swear like I've heard it before.
Okay, you saw the original Superman, right? The old school.
No. I'm not American at all.
Like the old live action Superman.
No,
Well, the actor doesn't want to be Superman. He wants to quit.
Yeah,
It took him 10 years to quit. To get him off of that role. I think it was 10 years or probably more, or probably 5 years, I'm guessing. All I know is that a lot of actors or actresses saying that are like seeing that as a sign like they don't want to be that superhero. So they have to find a way to either one, kill the superhero off, or to make that superhero retired. To make the story make it more.
I feel you. I don't know. I don't know. I think I don't even know where to.
I mean, I don't know where that's how is that supposed to help with what you were talking about earlier? Because I was just trying to say that for the comic book readers, like they would already know about what was going on in the comics, and the reason why people, if you're not like a comic reader, you can still find things predictable because at least Marvel keeps things accurate to at least keep the portrayals accurate to the actual characters because you don't want to go apart you don't want to go too far off from the comics because then that will piss off the fans, the main people who actually want to watch the movies. Along with trying to make sure that it's also a bit mainstream in a way to make sure that
Hmm.
people, even other people, could like still watch the movie and like still enjoy it. Like even my mom was, and she doesn't like comics, but she was still able to enjoy Captain America, the first movie.
Yeah.
And I just think that Marvel just has like a better grasp on what they want to do. I mean, look at Iron Man. Oh, is it three with the when they had like the Mandarin guy like uh
Ooh.
acting like he had magic, but then it turns out he actually has magic. Like people got mad because they felt like, oh, they went off they weren't comic book accurate. So that's stuff like that can make you realize that you know what, if Marvel wants to like stay successful, they gotta like somewhat keep that predictability going on while also putting in a twist.
Streamlining it to a wider demographic as well.
Exactly. So that's why like they can make it work. And I mean, sure, people will keep saying like, oh, some superhero stuff is gonna die off, but then My Hero Academia is getting like another season, and people love WandaVision, myself included. Like, I guess we just it's as long as they could keep it like different, like at least change things up or keep things interesting. I mean, I'm all for it. I mean, shit, the show called Modoc that's coming on Hulu looks pretty hilarious, and its animation styles very different. It's sort of different, not what I expected. So I was like, you know what, I want to watch this. So I think that's why they're able to pull it off.
Yeah, I feel like Marvel, they've already been successful because they didn't like. I mean, I think Marvel started making movies. Well, fuck if I know, because like Fred was saying, there's the original Superman, so at least DC's been making movies for a cool minute. But I only really remember like superhero movies, um, from like, I mean, because it's when I grew up, the early 2000s. It was like Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, Spider-Man. That was pretty much like the main blockbuster movies that were coming out. But Marvel, they have the comics and stuff already. Like they have a lot of stories that have already been said, and not like you can make one Spider-Man movie that goes over maybe three comics. You know what I mean? Like you can really flesh out the story and fucking I don't know. Personally, I mean, I think Marvel tells some really good stories. Don't get me wrong. I'm not into the superhero genre. I like Spider-Man a lot actually, but I just don't like the fact that okay, because I'm like a hipster and I'm one of those like uber hipsters that are like
Oh,
even you hipsters aren't too you guys are too mainstream like to the other hipsters.
Uh-huh.
And so it's like for me, I saw everyone like Avengers and going crazy, and it pissed me off. Like, and I couldn't escape it because everyone's talking about it. Because we were in school at the time when it came out, at least the first one, I think. And everyone's talking about it, and there's memes about it, and I'm like, motherfucker, I can't go anywhere without this shit. And I just didn't like it because everyone else was into it. It's probably great, but I can't get into it for that reason. But I will say, um, for myself personally, my favorite, like I said, I like Spider-Man a lot.
Same
My
here.
favorite Spider-Man movie was Into the Spider-Verse. I thought that was sick,
ooh, that's a good choice.
and it was animated. I just want to throw that out there. It shocked me. Um, you know, spoiler alert. I don't know why I like it. It's kind of like old by this point, but where the guy killed Spider-Man at the very beginning of it, I
Kingpin,
was
yeah,
like, yeah, Kingpin, that's his name. Kill that guy.
big boy.
That's like an inside joke. How it's funny. Yeah, how he killed him, I was like, oh damn! Like I didn't expect Spider-Man to die, even if there were like parallel universes going on.
Dude, I fucking cried. I was like, God damn, they killed Spidey off. And I know
Um,
it's the beginning of the movie.
yeah, I was like, oh shit. Yeah, I don't know. That's how I feel. I feel like it's like Marvel's a cash cow though. Like as
Mhm.
long as you stay okay, so like okay, Marvel and Star Wars because they're kind of in the same boat. Star Wars had a lot of like comics and stuff already established. They had a lot of material to work with. I don't know what the fuck they did. I don't know why they decided to go like and make their own shit. And again, that's the problem is that's too Hollywood. You know what I mean? It's
Mhm.
they just went and did their own shit. They're like, hey, here's a director, here's a producer, make a movie, and that was bad. That was bad for that franchise. Marvel, on the other hand, it's like even if they do something different, it stays consistent to the general source material for the most part, at
Yeah.
least within a believable realm of reason. You know what I mean? Like again, it's like with Star Wars. I don't know, because I'm like a Star Wars nerd. You have people going and making these movies about a source material that they don't understand. It just gets me so mad, you know.
Right.
But that's me. Sorry, rant over. I'll try. I'll try to shush.
No, that's completely understandable, and I apologize, Alex, for jumping in most of the time. And I feel like I did went off topic. Thank you guys for correcting me on that one.
Experience it comes with it.
I mean, you guys are right because for Marvel, I hate to say it, they're on the boat. They're floating for now because their writers are saving it. But the downside is, how long is it gonna last until the next one's gonna show up, and the next one's gonna show up? Like Star Wars, even though I love Star Wars, I'm afraid it's already sinking because all the dramas are making out saying that okay, the writers just got fired from Star Wars, so they're hiring a new one just to make the new Star Wars.
All the controversy.
Or they fired the director, so they've hired the new director. I was like, okay, are we? You're still gonna tell the same story of the Star Wars saga, right? We're still gonna go for this. They make a complete U-turn and say, oh, we're gonna forget about the plot and just start with the new one, which make no sense at all. It's like, wow, just like Rogue One, huh? Okay, we're gonna go with that route.
Yeah, I feel like they needed a few of those to actually keep people interested as far as Star Wars goes, because I noticed the general reception of Rogue One and Solo, like everything that came out like during that time when the new trilogy came out. You know how they like sprinkled it in like kind of in between.
Yeah.
Those movies, the Rogue One and Solo, they generally got favorable reviews compared to the other ones.
Yeah.
Everyone, I don't know what it was. It was so weird because at least in my memory, this is what happened. It was like everyone loved The Force Awakens and I hated it because it was way too similar to A New Hope for me. And then suddenly everyone hated The Last Jedi and I was like, "Fuck yeah, I like this one." I don't know what the fuck happened. And then it was like the same thing for the last one. I liked the last one okay, and everyone's like, "What the fuck?" I don't know. I don't understand. But what was the point I was trying to make? I'm sorry. I go off
Oh.
for no reason.
No, the point was the Star Wars, the writer of the story, which writer got you hooked up in the story of the anime or the live action one. Like I just finished watching Falcon the Winter Soldier.
Mhm.
I just finished the whole 6 episodes. They're already done. And I'm not gonna lie, and no caps, best story I ever watched and listened to. I mean, yeah, they went kind of like even though they should have got more episodes of it, like WandaVerse over here. Because I watched WandaVerse too, and I still think that WandaVerse is more superior than Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Okay, can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
And I'm sorry for the listeners who get pissed off at me. What the fuck is Wanda Vision or whatever, or WandaVerse, whatever? Because I think it's called WandaVision. I don't know, but I always just imagine.
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
I imagine that bitch from the Fairly Odd Parents just like
No.
seeing shit from her
Oh
eyes.
God, no.
I don't know what's going on.
It is with the Scarlet Witch and Vision. So Scarlet Witch is
Who are they?
Wait,
Scarlet Witch
wait,
is
hold up.
Scarlet Witch.
I'm sorry, Alex. I'm gonna ask Nathan. Have you seen all the Marvel one, right? Have you seen the Infinity War or the Endgame at least?
I just said I didn't. I couldn't get into that stuff because everyone was into it.
Alex, you want to take over? I don't know how to explain this one to him.
Okay, give me like, you don't have to say, okay, here's their origin story. Just give me a general, like, what are they kind of thing.
Wanda is the Scarlet Witch. She has mythical powers. Pretty much scary enough to almost defeat the big bad guy, Thanos. And then Vision is the boyfriend, but he's also like a freaking robot, and who is a very superior kind of like robot form. But then he something happened to him, but I can't say that because I never know if you're gonna be going into Avengers once everyone no longer cares about Avengers. But there are a couple. There are like a couple in this show, and everything seems with each episode it seems like they were starting in the 50s, then it continues to go on and on until like 60s, 70s, 80s, like a sitcom, except until it turns into like a normal Marvel show.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's an interesting concept.
It is. It was really trippy, and it was pretty sad in the end. My girlfriend cried, so I was like, you know, this was a really good show. I liked it.
I thought they're gonna have a second season out of it. I literally believe that.
Dude, Disney, they're fucking killing it. They'll have second seasons of whatever they put out. They don't even, like, realistically, they have enough money. They could say, fuck you, I don't care if you liked it, haha, and then just make, that's terrible, Mickey Mouse. Ah, fuck you. I don't know, but, you know, they could just, they have so much money, they could do whatever they want.
You're not off. I mean, you're kind of right about that. Like you just said in the beginning, they are a cow. They are milking it really, really well. It's kind of hard because me and my family were talking about which story do we like to watch, or what movie do we like to watch. In a way, because for some reason my other side of the family want to see a live action The Avenger movie, while the other half want to see animated The Avengers movie. But in a way, because they both argue with the same point, like we were all talking about, it's the writers, because the writers tell the story, and which story do you prefer? You want the live action one where they start from the beginning, or you want to see the animated one where they all got together and as a team?
Well, I feel like there's something to be. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I feel like there's something to be said as far as like. I feel like it kind of depends on your taste too, because live action, obviously, it's more based in reality. Like they're gonna have like more reality based like physics and this and that, whereas like animation, your suspension of disbelief is, you know, it's withheld. Like you can do whatever the fuck because it's a cartoon. You know, you can get away with more.
Yeah, of course. But here's the thing. The thing about that, it's hard to talk about that because I can say there's a lot of live action movies that have way better story, but on the other hand, you have animated movies have tell good story on and on and on. Like My Hero Academia's story is doing really, really well, by the way. Like it's insane.
I'm actually supposed to start watching that soon.
Oh, nice.
Okay,
what happened? Sorry, Fred, I didn't hear you.
That was Alex.
Oh, I was just telling Nathan that I hope he enjoys it, but go on, Fred.
Oh, I was gonna tell Nathan too, saying enjoy it. Like, enjoy it, dude. You're gonna have fun with it.
I hope I do. It looks pretty sick.
It is. It goes way deeper into like the whole hero villain conflict thing. Like it's a bit more deeper than like usual stuff.
Funny part, I feel like DC could take a note from My Hero Academia. I feel like DC should take notes. Marvel, they're good. They don't need to take notes. Marvel is good. Let Marvel do their own thing. DC need to learn.
I have an unpopular opinion. I feel like they've grown enough where they should actually fucking start going into unpopular characters more, because they have such a rich cast of characters, yet I feel they're
wasting them.
Marvel or DC?
Marvel, because
okay.
At this point, yeah, they're kind of like milking the same stuff, but I want some new milk. Like
it's because
I want to like
Pratt's
hear about
fucking
characters like
handsome. That's why. That's what it is. That's
I
my
those
theory.
characters. I want to watch. I want to watch the animated. I want to watch the animated versions. I mean, if they're worried about people getting too distracted by the actors, then fuck, I don't care. I want to hear like, I I would like to see more animated shows or at least movies that are more focused on characters that are not even supposed to be human-like, because they have so many weird stuff. Like the world of Marvel is such a strange place. Like you have this character named frick, I how did I
Yeah.
forget? But
Ever
like
hear that one like that Nazi that's like made of bees or something?
yeah,
Ever heard of that guy?
he wasn't
Wait,
they teased him in WandaVision.
Ah,
Yeah, I was thinking like goddamn, like they could have done something right there with it, but it ended up being no. But oh, what is that type of what's it called when there's a type of humor when someone hits someone and people laugh about it?
slapstick.
Yeah, the character named Slapstick, because
Yeah.
he's like a cartoon character, except but like compared to other Marvel characters, he's like very cartoonish looking,
Yeah, because it's like,
and
what the
he could
fuck are you doing here? Yeah.
yeah. So and I just want to see something weird like that, like in an animated form, because I feel that would work perfectly for how he looks and how he would look compared to any other Marvel character. Like I want to see more weird stuff from Marvel because I feel like they should really get out of their comfort zone. Though I do want to see the Black Widow movie though.
You know what they
and
should really do? Oh,
they
go
also
ahead, Fred.
are. I was gonna say they also are making Loki right after the Winter Soldier. They are making Loki live action one, the TV
I'm
show.
like, honestly, I don't give a fuck about that guy. He's like, I
Well,
don't, I don't think.
well, that's the funny thing about it. Technically, a lot of people love this Loki. I was surprised as you are. I was like, wait, Loki got more love than Thor? I'm sorry,
Yeah,
no, let me
Thor is
check.
fucking
Trying to
handsome. I
flop
don't
to the girls.
understand why Loki. I like how my thing. It's always like this guy's handsome, money. Like it's so funny. But no, that's weird to me. I don't understand the appeal of Loki. I think Loki's a cool god in Norse mythology, but I don't. It doesn't translate to like. It doesn't translate for me. I don't get it.
Well, there's that, and also they animated the animation shows called What If, the Marvel one. What if Marvel? What is it's really called Marvel What If story? Like they put like a trailer saying, "What if Carter, the female one, decided to have a super soldier serum instead of Steve Rogers? You'll have Captain British, female with a shield." No, seriously, they actually made that one.
Captain British. Get the
I
fuck
that's
out of here.
superhero. To be honest with you, I'm terrible with the name of the superhero. I apologize. It
No,
just
no, no.
it looked.
I'm just. It sounds absurd to me, is what I'm saying. Because like I don't keep up with this stuff, and I hate Brits, but that's unrelated.
Whoa, wait. For
Yeah,
the real, I mean, for the real for the British people listeners, we do love you. Okay, continue on.
well,
No, do not take
yeah.
that name is terrible. Make a better name than what I just said because that name sounds terrible the way I said it.
Mrs. Teabags. If she's British, why not? That sounds
Yes,
terrible, though.
Oh.
she is. Yeah, they are making What If right there, and they are making. I cannot believe I'm saying this. She-Hulk
She-Hulk. Okay.
Why would you?
movie. I think I'm not 100% sure. They said they were all make a movie out of her before
Dude,
Black
imagine
Widow.
that was the title. She-Hulk the movie. That'd be insane.
Oh, we don't have any British listeners. Never mind. I mean,
Yeah, fuck them all. No, like
no, still, like you never
I
know.
guess if you become British, become British, if we have a British, okay, I will explain that another time. It's irrelevant. I'm sorry, Fred. Go ahead.
No, that's fine. It's kind of hilarious what I'm hearing right now. This is fun. It's been a long time talking to you guys,
Yeah, I agree.
but still, it's just the stories. The story could go both ways. You love it or you hate it.
Hmm.
It's this. That's that type of turn that I'm going with it when it comes to animated movie and a live action movie. Like, which story do you like better?
Ah. Okay, Nathan, you say your piece, and I'll say my piece.
I was just gonna say, keep it brief and just say generally live action or blah, what the fuck animated. I'm like pleading this case for animated this whole time, and I'm like, Yeah, but you know, live action can't beat that
the-
shit. Like, imagine.
That reminded me of when Fred went on a full hour rant about Wonder Woman, then talked so highly of Soul, and then when I asked him, "Hey, Fred, so in the end, which movie would you like recommend to the audience?" and he said like Wonder Woman. I'm like, what the fuck?
Okay, that part. If you're a big fan of Wonder Woman, then I pray to you,
God help you.
don't let her ruin your fan base Wonder Woman idea of it, because the live action didn't do her justice at all in number 2.
Mm.
And I just heard, I believe Alex told me about this, that they're making number 3.
Oh yeah, yeah. They I think they greenlit another freaking movie, and
I don't know. It failed.
it hasn't even came out yet before it failed, so you can't say it yet. Not yet. Like,
I know.
I hope
I
it
know
fails.
it's not fair for her. It's just that I think her as the director and an actress as a Wonder Woman, don't direct it. Let someone else direct it for you, because you did not do a good job with it.
Fair
by
enough.
the way, can we just say screw DC for still defending a freaking what was it called? A freaking abuser? God damn. I can't
Oh,
believe
I
she lost her job.
I didn't know that happened, but yeah, fuck you, DC. Taking shots at everyone. The British DC, come at me, motherfuckers. Just like,
see defending someone. I'm like, abuser? Oh hell no! We're gonna set fire. We're gonna set fire over here. Let's go.
Oh, but I before we do, or maybe we shouldn't, but my piece now. I feel like it's a bit of a niche kind of thing where I guess it depends on the watcher or whoever it is. But for anime and stuff, like yeah, they're always killing it. Either it's anime or even cartoons. Like if there's enough people in the crowd, wait no, enough people in the group or whatever to like make it happen and just show that effort and love into it, they will do it. I mean, shit. Props to the voice actors, voice to the illustrators, props to everybody involved in it. Like, thank you for all the stuff and emotions that you make us feel. For for the people who do the, I mean, for the live action stuff, I feel like they're, I don't know. I feel you gotta look outside of Hollywood these days to even like find stuff that makes you like interested in a certain genre. Cause why? The reason why I mentioned horror earlier, with after Nathan was finished speaking, was that I noticed that horror in America at least has really has a hard
it's
bad.
just jump scares now, bro.
Yeah, it's just like a lot more jump scares, and
It's
sometimes you just
loud
got
noises and jump scares. It's the same shit. Yeah.
yeah, you
Yeah,
gotta look at the
I mean to ask that because I want to ask Alex about this, about the horror side of it. I'm like, what's going on over there? Because now they just forgot about the story. This, ha! I'm gonna scare you. Just
well, that's the thing. I want to explain. I feel that they got they're relying too much on this tropes. Like I guess relying on tropes could be good, but at the same time, for the way they've been doing it lately, it's just like it's becoming disgustingly obvious and way
annoying.
too cheap. And like shit, like the Bye Bye Man was able to like get so many ticket prices, and yet I'm just thinking like, why? Out of all the things, out of all the movies, why Bye Bye Man? Like maybe for like a stupid fun time to watch with another person and talk shit about it, I get it. But to be watching it and actually be feeling you're scared by it, I'm just thinking like, God damn, you haven't really seen the movie then. And I just want to say for horror movies, you gotta look for those hidden gems because I think those hidden gems really help out with showing that horror can be good and actually tell a story. Sometimes I feel horror stories take themselves too damn. I mean, horror movies take themselves too damn seriously. And one thing I would want to recommend to anyone is watch foreign films because I realize foreign films for like a lot of different genres are way different from American movies. And oh my god, like you would think that America would like at least learn a bit more from these kind of things. Because okay, I'm this is like my personal what's it called? My personal problem? No, my personal pet peeve of mine, whatever the fuck you call it. I know it's for like some romantic comedy movies. Yes, I watch them. I don't care. I watched
Same.
for romantic.
Same
Okay,
here.
cool. That's what's up. But for romantic comedy movies, I always fucking felt like it was so stupid and random of romantic comedy movies to always put in a lot of sexual stuff into it. Like I don't have a problem with like nudity or sexuality because like I'm a grown up. But what I'm saying is that they rely on that so much for like easy laughs, and then when you watch like other foreign romantic comedy movies, and they could do the story so damn well and not rely on that kind of stuff to make you laugh. Like I don't know, I feel like America's thing. I mean, America's movies are just more like, haha, laugh at this dumb shit. Like I don't know, even
Yeah,
American movies have really fell off, and they were good back then. Like Hot Shots, which has Charlie Sheen in it. Oh, that's not his actual name anymore, but that's pretty much like my view. Like, personally, I would usually watch animated stuff, but I guess for like certain live action stuff, I watch like action movies because I know what I'm gonna get. I want to get some really cool, freaking crazy gunfighting or martial arts. Martial arts movies are amazing
Oh yes.
and or hilarious depending on what kind of martial arts movie you're watching. And then or just like the stuff that's very obvious, like what the movie is made for, like King Kong versus Godzilla. Like, hell yeah, I'm gonna watch that. Like, I want to watch them fight. I don't give a shit about the government or freaking some random ass humans like trying to like figure out the mysteries of anything.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't give a shit, yeah, about that. Let's figure out and understand it. I like the older Godzillas for that purpose, you know. Um, and by older, I mean the 2003 one or whatever the fuck that was. That was a shit show of a movie. Yeah, I'm talking the Japanese ones where the guy was in the suit, like yeah, you know those ones. Those ones are fun.
Freaking these like
Yeah,
flapping their
yeah,
arms. I
yeah.
love that.
They're badass. I mean, they don't hold up in terms of like I don't know. It just looks so corny. You see Godzilla get punched in the chest, and his body like folds for a second, and it goes like, "Ooh," and you know, you're like,
Oh
ah,
yeah,
shit, ah, shit. But you know, it's still fun. So
Some
yeah, I
stories
love it.
does hold up still. Some movie and back then still hold up to this day.
The
I
old King
think,
Kong vs. Godzilla movie holds up.
eh,
I
Hey, don't say
go
hey.
ahead.
It's
eh.
pretty good.
No, it's definitely no, I don't know. It's just that's not fair. I feel like I'm judging it too harshly based on the standards of today. Because don't get me wrong, I can watch them all. I love them all, but I'm just thinking back and I'm like, honestly, that's kind of corny, you know. But fuck me, I'm being a snob.
It's fine.
Lower knob this level down, sir. I'm just kidding.
No, it's fine. It's just a lot of people have their own opinions. Is was like what it come down to, like you guys said, either you love it or hate it.
Or you're
That
compelled by it and
or
cry.
there's that too.
Um, was there anything else you want to ask us about that topic, Fred?
Also, I mean to ask, there any good video game movie lately?
You're getting
Because
better. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know how many they made. Because all I remember is Tomb Raider is one of them, and I know Santa and Persia was actually one of my personal favorite. You know, I can't believe Disney made their very first video game movie. That was weird.
Wreck-It Ralph?
No, Prince of Persia.
Oh,
Oh
I'm not
Santa.
yeah,
gonna lie. I love the movie.
I I am not lying. I was like, wait, is this when Disney made that?
but no, I think they bought the company that made it, didn't they? I thought that Prince
Oh,
of Persia was
it's
made a long time ago, or was
no,
it
it
a newer
literally says
one that was made?
no. This one is I. It did say it's from Disney. Like Disney actually made this one with them. I was like,
What the fuck? Which one
I was
was it?
like,
Was it
wait,
the Dagger of Time or whatever?
yeah, the Dagger of Time. The Dagger of Time.
Yeah,
I was like, there's no way. Nah, let me check. Let me check one more time. I was like, Disney made that?
that's fucking
Okay.
crazy.
This is
The game
weird.
or the movie?
The movie. The movie.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's
No,
weird.
not the
I always
game.
thought that
There's
was
no
weird
way.
because the game was The Sands of Time, and I remember like I was in a hotel traveling to see my dad because at the time he worked elsewhere. He worked in construction and he had to work in this place like a couple hours away from here. Um, so I went to see him, and I was in a hotel, and I watched the Dagger of Time because it was like on the on demand or whatever. And I was like, this is weird. This is not like the game at all because I thought it was supposed to be because you have the Sands of Time, the Dagger of Time, whatever. I'm not sure if that's what it's called. I think it's called the Dagger of Time. I'm gonna look it up right now. But
Basically,
yeah,
it's called Sand of Time, but I think you're right about the title, though. It should be called that. But it's weird that video game movie are not getting appreciated that lately. I just realized that they're not getting much love that I thought.
I
oh
don't know.
no, it was the Sands of Time. It was called the Sands of Time. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
but it had it in a dagger. Well, I think
Yeah.
it was like that in the video game also.
it was.
Oh, the video, yeah, it's what.
I thought it was so funny. You fucking fall down a hole. You just whoa and like go back.
I mentioned that like, oh right, you weren't there. It was during a collab, and I mentioned that like, thinking that was kind of funny. Oh, it's a weapon collab thing. Like you die, and then like all of a sudden you go reverse time even though you're like freaking dead. Like, how does that make sense? But it's a game. You don't question it.
Yeah, yeah, I was. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to go off topic about that one because I just realized they didn't have that. I don't know. They made that video game movie besides, as we all know, Ready Player One.
What about Sonic? I mean, I think that was really
There's
like.
Sonic. Yeah, Sonic.
Sonic. Go ahead, Fred.
I was gonna say Sonic's confused me because I don't know what they're going with. Are they kind of trying to go to make a video game logic, or they go with the Sonic X logic?
And they just made it.
They fused it together. I was like, wait, time out. Which one are we going with?
I think that the Sonic movie, it was a good step in the right direction because it wasn't awful, but I got sleepy watching that movie.
I
And
remember.
I was kind of disappointed. I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, there's some funny parts and stuff, but I don't know. I feel like they're definitely getting better, as Alex said. They're getting better for sure. Because I remember it used to be like, well, you ever think about like video games that are made from movies too? They don't do well together. Movies that are successful don't get to be good video games, and then video games are successful. They don't get good movies, you know? It's like, have you guys ever played Jaws, the video game, Jaws Unleashed?
No.
It's
Right.
actually it's actually sick, at least in my opinion. But it didn't go over very well. Most people didn't
No,
like it.
No, it did not. I remember that.
Yeah.
I just laughed with that. I was like, oh, this is hilarious. I was like, I wonder why I stopped playing it. Until I realized, like, oh, I remember this.
You know what we should do?
What?
One day in the future, we should make an episode focusing on movie games that were actually pretty good. Like, I don't know, my personal opinion, Over the Hedge was a pretty damn good game. Like, it was so much damn fun.
Dude, okay. Was it made by what was the company, the developers? Was it Ukes?
Oh shit, let me see.
I bet Ukes had a part in it. But there's this other company, Toys for something. Toys for Alex or something like that. I don't know why I have that feeling. I don't remember what the
Publisher, it was Activision.
What the fuck?
What?
Okay,
Oh,
hang
there's
on.
PS version as well.
Was there any other developers who made it? Any other studios? Because Activision released it, but I don't think they.
Developers, Edge of Reality, and Vicarious Visions. Am I saying that right? Vicarious?
Vicarious? Okay.
Yeah, Vicarious.
What the fuck? Okay. Toys for Bob is what I'm thinking. Why did I think?
Toys for
Actually,
Probably is me.
Okay, well, with that said, I'm actually not going to speak up on, like, I wanted to add to that, but yeah, we'll wait. I'll wait until we have, like, that podcast episode. Because I have so many.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm laughing over here because I was gonna correct Nathan. I'm like, are you talking about Toy Story game? Because I remember the PS2
No.
No.
have the video game of Toy Story, but it's only Buzz Lightyear trying to blast and
That shitty one where he's like side scrolling through the room.
I remember that.
That's pretty much that was the whole game of it. I was like, I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, why do you have to mention toys? I'm like, Toy Bar. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Yo, Toy Story 2 game and the Bugs Life game was pretty damn cool though. I'm not gonna
Dude,
lie.
I don't
fucking
remember-
those games.
I don't remember the Bugs Life game. I played it, but like I didn't have a Nintendo 64 memory card, so I just do
Oh.
the first level and then oh boy, and then I'd like stop playing, come back the next day and play the first level again. I no idea.
Dude, movie games were lit back then. What the hell? God, they were amazing.
Cause the fucking I feel like Hollywood like they weren't fucking I don't know, bro. I feel like they didn't have their hands in it. You know what I mean? They were just like, oh, video game company, make game, make good, and then they were like, okay, and like they left them alone. They did their thing, you know.
I feel that.
The best game I ever played was the GoldenEye, 007 GoldenEye.
That's a good game. Don't
That's-
mind me. I'm just going to let my dog out. So
All right, for sure. So
Continue.
Fred,
Go ahead.
was there anything else, or that was it?
That was pretty much it. You guys just actually answered my question. That's actually
what do you mean actually? As if you expected us not to.
He just likes to
Oh.
say actually a lot.
Oh, I was
No.
gonna say.
no. I expected one of you guys to make a debate out of it, but really,
We like
way
talk.
more. This is better than I anticipated. This is way better because
Well,
we're all civilized and each of you guys had your own opinion. What your ideas came from. That's why. And for me, I'm in between an anime and a live action movie, and I'm in the crossroad of which one is better. But really,
They got their
A
own thing.
wild Nathan has appeared.
And since we're gonna be going off this topic, let me just say, congratulations to Demon Slayer, because I decided to find a tweet because I feel like maybe I might as well make it official to say this, that Demon Slayer, the movie, Mugen Train, makes U.S. box office history with #1 foreign language film debut and over $21 million at the box office. Fire emoji. So, shit, not bad.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Oh,
wow.
do you guys remember when I think it was Endgame tried to take the record by like re-releasing, like going back in theaters?
Yeah.
I was like, that's stupid. I was pissed for a second because I was like, I could see those Marvel stands fucking doing it too. I was like, those fucking cheaters, you know, because I believe the record for that is Avatar, that movie
Yep.
that everyone's seen but no one likes for some reason. I love that movie. It's
Such a weird
so
thing.
That movie
Yeah.
too. I don't know. I can't stop watching it.
I mean, it's just so pretty, like honestly. And I feel like it is that Hollywood shit that I was talking about earlier, like the government's involved, the army wants, you know, like, but it's so pretty. I felt like I related to those blue motherfuckers. I really did. I was like, I want to live in nature. I want to plug my hair into shit. Like, you know, I really related to them.
No, I relate to the Marines where they put their where you could control the robot. I was like, I want to be in there. I want to be in that robot only. Because that machine reminded me of Titanfall. I was like,
Mhm.
I want to do that.
I just wanted to be an astronaut when I was a kid.
Dude, me too. I remember hearing that you know, they were stopping all space flights and shit. Like we weren't sending people to space anymore. This was when I was in
Right.
7th grade, and I was like, God damn it, I have to find something else to do. And then Elon Musk comes along, and I'm like, dude, I'm pissed. Like it's too late for me now, because you know you kind of have to be in shape and smart as fuck to be an astronaut. And it's like I was in shape, but I didn't do calculus. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't do rocket science. Like it's too late for me. I'm pissed off. I could have been an astronaut, but now, what
You're
the fuck,
just
man?
Earth man.
At least you guys got something realistic. Me, I was stupid back then. I was like, hey, if I want to grow, I'm gonna be a Pokemon trainer.
Dude, we all
Dude.
did.
No, I was the dumbest kid ever.
No,
I
you
swear.
don't understand. No, sorry. I'm sorry.
It's
Go
okay.
ahead.
Man,
I was gonna say I will have to explain to you guys like one day the sheer amounts of how stupid I was. Like because I feel like that's just being a kid, what you said, because I remember when I was younger, apparently, I don't remember this, but I was really into dinosaurs when I was younger. Apparently, I wanted to be a dinosaur farmer when I grew up, when I was a little kid. And it's like, that's not a thing, but okay, that's like
have you
something kids say.
have you seen the
But
show for that to happen?
no,
Oh fuck!
what
I guess it was
show?
just me. It was just a freaking show where they were pretending like they were bringing back dinosaurs from the past and bringing it to the present, and then like farming while having those dinosaurs there. So I was just thinking like, oh my god,
No,
Nathan and I watched the same show.
no, that's not. I watched Dragon Tales, which is weird because it teaches Spanish, and I didn't fucking understand. Like, I didn't realize it was happening. I
Neither
went
did I.
back and watched Dragon Tales way later, and they teach Spanish. Did you know that?
Yeah, they did. But that tripped me out because I was thinking like, why didn't I know some Spanish while growing up still? Wow, even though
Dude, I'm
watch.
like, what's going on with me? I watched like Handy Manny, I've watched Dora. I
I
mean, I've
watched Finding
watched
Nemo.
Dragon Tales. Dude, the only Spanish I ever learned, like legit from shows like that is fucking Palomitas from fucking Handy Manny. I don't even know why, because he names all the tools. He counts in Spanish, but I learned Palomitas because this one tool was like obsessed with them. I don't understand, bro.
At least you learned Spanish. Mine was freaking Barney. Oh my god, mine was Thomas the Train and Barney, the purple dinosaur.
Ay,
Purple.
Dios mío.
Was
What the
worse.
fuck?
Mine was worse.
Guys, I'm sorry, I just realized, do you remember how like last time I was here, how I dropped my camera and I was like, motherfucker or
Oh yeah.
whatever? I just remembered what that's from. I'm doing it from San Andreas. You remember the mission where Big Smoke goes into like the Yakuza building?
Yeah.
He's like,
I remember.
motherfucker, just from the inside, I'm doing that. And I just realized.
Oh shit! I just realized we got another topic to talk about. Oops. But yeah, video game awards being the Oscars and streams, and honestly, gamers rise up as Switch Live podcasts have said. Because who would have thought that video game awards would be beating the Oscars and streams to this year?
Congrats to them.
Yeah,
Fuck the
because
Oscars, that's all I know. It's named after a guy with a shitty name. Could have named it the Bradleys. No, I don't know. That's a worse name. The Nadies. Nadies would be awesome.
ladies.
Guys, we should do that. That should be like a feature. Like I don't know. We should find other podcasters and give them Nady awards. We should. Oh shit. I'll make trophies and shit. This is gonna be amazing.
Oh god.
Looking forward to it. But
Keep forward for
yeah,
this too.
yeah. But someone made a tweet which was countering the numbers. I don't know why it went like the top one will be like the latest year, then the bottom one will be the year when it first started. I was thinking like, shouldn't it be like reverse? But not to be picky on tweets these days.
Mhm.
For 2021, it was 9.8 million people. In 2020, it was 23.6 million people for the Oscars. However, for the Game Awards live stream in 2020, it was 83 million. Double digit shit right there
Mhm.
compared to 2021 Oscars. So I don't know. Do you guys have any theories on why?
I
This
think I know exactly why. I think it's because the Oscars, everyone gets too political. There's too many political statements. People get pissed off. They can't handle it. Game Awards, however, it's just us all being like, yeah, and like fucking having a good time. That's what it is.
Well,
We see God of War or whatever the fuck, and we're like, fuck yeah. We see our favorite games, we get excited about it. There's no fucking nonsense.
Right.
That's what I think.
Well, here's another thing. A lot of people don't give a shit about the Oscar reward. But what they really give a shit about is gaming rewards. They're like, yeah, we're gonna go for the gaming reward because it's way more better than listening to what Oscar is. Bye. At least that's just looking at here.
I would think, I don't know, I'd like to have an Oscar, but
Hold on, Fred. Do you think Oscar is an actual person?
No.
Oh, okay. Just because how do you word it? I was thinking like, did he think like Oscar was like there's an actual person?
they all went to Oscar's house and yeah. No,
It's just the way I said it because
it
the
didn't
way
sound like it to me, but
I didn't mean to say it like that. I do apologize.
Oh.
It's just sound easier for me to say it like that because I was like, I'm not gonna say the whole S in there because it sounds weird. So I'm just gonna say it short and sweet to the point. That's it.
I think it's weird that they do call it the Oscars. I don't know. Why do they name it? I should do some research, figure out why the fuck.
Right.
Because that's some good trivia knowledge. You ever think about that? Why do they call the Oscars the Oscars? Actually, it was because this guy named Fred Oscar, he was a pioneer for the film industry. He actually founded the MCAA. Wait, is that what it is? Motion MPAA. MPAA. That's what I meant. MCA. What the fuck? MPAA. But who knows? Who knows?
I found it.
Why?
The naming.
Tell me why.
The Academy officially adopted the name Oscar for the trophies in 1939. A frequently mentioned originator is Margaret Herrick, the Academy executive secretary who, when she first saw the award in 1931, said the statuette reminded her of Uncle Oscar, a nickname for her cousin Oscar Pierce. So, it's based on a fucking nickname. That's pretty much why.
It's based on just some guy of some female that works there.
Version better. I'm sorry.
Yeah, dude, I like Fred Oscar, whatever the fuck I called him.
I didn't like that one. I don't know why. It sounds way more interesting than that one. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, that's a really stupid reason. Some girl, some intern, who I don't pay, she said that looks like her cousin, so fuck it. Oscar it is. That's so stupid. What a stupid story. I mean, there have to be some stupid stories out there, but I guess. What the fuck? Yeah. Why do you think, Alex, that the Video Game Awards beat out the Oscars?
Oh, thank you. Well, I'm gonna definitely add in the fact that, like you said, things really have become political and Hollywood. Like, oh my gosh, I don't know what it was, but during quarantine, it's from watching YouTube videos, it really been hitting off with all the political stuff, like all celebrities trying to tell you what to do, and then celebrities trying to telling Hollywood to fuck themselves because they're getting tired of the political stuff too. Like they're tired of the dumbass cancel culture scare and everything else. So I think that cancel culture and political stuff is probably like what made people like not want to watch the Oscars. Third reason, I counted I count what I listed right now as 1 and 2. But the third reason would be, I think it's because like they keep giving the same crap to the movies that are like Oscar bait. Like
yeah, because there's definitely like a category for it. It's like they don't give it to necessarily the best film. It's like I feel you.
Yeah, like it's giving away to like the kind of like to the obvious stuff that got like a lot of fanfare or just popularity because of his actors and such, and not like for the movie itself.
Mhm.
And I feel like for number 4, they don't give enough space for the lesser known movies that are actually very well done and execute the stories so amazingly well. Number 5, shit, what can I say? I don't know, cause I feel like I could have more reasons, but I feel those reasons were enough for anyone to not want to watch the Oscars, and rather watch the Video Game Awards. Like, I get it for Video Game Awards. I understand that there are journalists and sometimes those cringy ass people that the Video Game Awards will hire as gamers, quotation marks. even though they're not. Oh man, E3 was always a hazardous time to watch. But
E3 is so funny. Like I get secondhand embarrassment. Like I can't watch it. It's
same.
so funny.
I
It's so
laugh.
bad.
I love those compilations, but
I can't handle them. I
Oh,
can't.
me, I can handle them. I just mute them. That's it. I just don't care.
man, how can you listen to you?
No, like
Ever.
this. No, I mean, okay. What I mean by that, I mute other people because you have other people like to talk smack while they're not a gamer over here. I was like, dude, just shut up. Just shut up. You don't know what you're talking about.
Then I get it. Oh my gosh, that reminds me of. Okay, I mean, I'm not gonna be talking like complete shit about Game Awards, but I understand that it's becoming more popular by the day, way more than well, gamers from the past would thought it would be.
Yeah.
Especially in this day and age. Like shit, like I honestly didn't think I would be dating someone who would also like games herself. So
Yeah.
there's that.
I know growing up I thought like girls like makeup, guys like video games, and that's all there is to it.
That's
Like
what society tells us.
it's no, it's I think it's so weird how it was like we were the outcasts, you know? Everyone's like I mean, because like most guys played video games, right? But it's like at least when we were growing up, most guys played video games, but it was like if you played too much video games, you were like a problem. It was like, what do you do with your life? Um, kind of thing. And then
Yeah.
suddenly it was like, it was fine. I think when Twitch became a thing, because I had a friend who was streaming in sixth grade, I didn't even know that you could do something like that, you know? I
Yeah.
think it just gradually because streamers they started to realize like you've got these personalities. There's more to video games than just like I don't know. They must have had like some weird image in their head because I don't know. Video games used to kind of be kind of one dimensional, like when they were first like made. You know, like Pong and shit. But like video games have developed so much. Like you have something for everyone, really. Like video games are art. Like you play The Walking Dead, that shit is amazing. You know, it's like just storytelling at its finest. I think in the future where everyone's going to be playing video games, we're all going to have VR, and that's going to replace movies. You know, we're going to be interacting with you know the experience. That's what I think.
I
It
love
was
it.
just, but yeah, I think it was weird that you know a gamer used to be like a derogative term. You know, you didn't really want to be called a gamer, or like you know you could say that with your friends, with your close friends, like oh we're gaming together, we're gamers. And then suddenly Belle Delphine's selling her gamer bath water, you know,
Oh,
and all this shit. It's
bitch.
I don't know what happened, but suddenly everyone's into it. Uh, it's interesting. I think just because okay, let me say this, and this is gonna sound a little bit sexist, right? But just recognize this is coming from like when I was growing up. Because when I grew up, I knew a lot of ladies, young ladies, you know, because I was a kid, who basically they didn't do shit with their day. They just kind of sat there. You know what I mean? And you know how I was just talking about like how I've just been sitting here in my room not doing anything. And you know, I had this thought. I think it was yesterday. I was like, dang, like this is what being a girl's like, you know, at least back in my day, you know, that's how it was like. Now, because, you know, like I said, when I was growing up, that's what the girls around me did. They just kind of existed. They did stuff at school and then like they came home and did nothing, you know? Now, like video games are accessible for everyone. And I think like ladies are into it a lot because you can actually do it's like another activity to do because I feel like I don't know like, because you know how we were just talking about gender roles, Alex, or not gender roles. You said society tells us what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of the same way with ladies to an extent. Like, especially back in the day, you know, like I wouldn't say as much when I was growing up, um, than like back in the day. But you
Hmm.
know, I think it was basically like, oh, girls, you just you sit there, look pretty, you put on makeup, you know, you play with dolls when you're really young. That's about it, you know.
Actually, I disagree with you.
Do you? What did the ladies around you do whenever you're like what were your experiences?
Oh, I'll get my
Mine
turn.
was completely different because my mom. I can't believe I'm saying this. This is my first time saying this. I'm pretty sure my mom will kill me after this shit. Sorry
Oh,
for
rest in
cussing.
peace, bro.
She's a gamer as a
Mm-hmm.
kid while growing up because she got me playing Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
Because as a kid, I always play with toys. I go outside, play toys. I watch
Right.
TV. Normal thing. My mom had the biggest surprise for me of all because she was playing her Game Boy Color. She hid all her games away from me, and back then I didn't grow up with it. Uh, until she saw me playing with my cousin games, I was curious about it. All of a sudden, she popped up with her 64, and the
Mm-hmm.
first game she's played with me was Pokemon Stadium.
Yeah,
Like,
she was flexing on you.
no kidding, no kidding. In my head, I was like, I thought all girls. In my head, as a 7-year-old kid, in my head, I was like, I thought all girls don't like playing video games.
Well, that's
Like
what I'm
back
saying.
then, that's what I'm saying, right? But my mom was like, so why do guys get to play all the games? Why not girls? I mean, I'm playing the game with you. Who cares? I was like,
See, your mom's a real
okay,
one.
yeah. My mom was the real one. My aunt is actually a real one too because she watched wrestling as well. She watched wrestling too. So
Fuck yeah. You ever think
whatever
about that?
guys do,
On it.
whatever guys do, girls could watch it too. I was like, my head was like completely U-turn. Like my head would be like one of those things like your mind's blown. I was like, okay, I don't see the problem with it.
Dude, I
And
think it's oh sorry.
well, one thing that got to me is my cousin. She's also a lady, and this is where I think it was kind of her fault because she got me into Pokemon. Because back then I never watched Pokemon as a
Right.
kid. But when it hit to my 10th birthday, my cousin's like, she's like, "Oh, I got a ticket. We can see this movie." I was like, "What movie? What movie are we talking about?" Pokemon, the first movie, right? I was like, "What? We're
Right.
watching this?" I was like, "Wait, what? We're watching this?" She's like, "Yeah, we're watching this." I'm like, "Why? This is weird. This is not coming from you." She's like, "Are you?" I'm like, she's like, she got hissy fit at me. I'm like, "Oh, you think the girl don't watch Pokemon like you?" I was like, "No, I'm not saying like that. I'm just surprised you got the tickets."
Right.
And not only that, she also collect Pokemon cards. Before I started, I didn't
Mm-hmm.
start collecting Pokemon cards. She did way before me. And I was
Right.
like, damn, my mind's blowing even further. So my whole family are just gamers, movie critic, and wrestlers, fan, whatever. So everything you said, mine just went completely U-turn.
Dude, I mean, my
180.
mom didn't play video games. She was doing other mom shit. My mom was like super invested in the housework and stuff like that, and she was a real estate agent as well. So I mean, she was like um super busy. She didn't play video game. I would ask her to play with me. I remember I asked her to play Turok with me, and like it confused her so much, the two sticks. You know what I mean? Like she's just moving straight and she can't do anything. And I'm trying to tell her like, oh mom, you move the right stick to like turn your camera or whatever, and it didn't resonate with her. Um,
Mm.
but I mean, there's definitely exceptions to the rule and stuff. But like definitely growing up, I don't think that was normal, Fred. Most ladies, I don't think, like you even said, you don't think most of them, you thought girls didn't like playing video games and stuff. So, I mean,
Well, yeah, of course. For us,
yeah,
it's kind of normal for us, but back then we didn't even know any better because one, we were kids, and two, we're 7 years old. We
yeah,
know better. We can't say we know it all. It's like, oh, people could literally change in your face in an instant.
no, yeah, that's
Like,
true.
it was hilarious though, because like you just said, like, well, my mom, she doesn't work.
Mm,
She was she used to work, but she was taking care of me and my other brothers. But when we're not home, she'll get her 64 and start playing games.
Right.
Or start doing or watching TV while the dishes are already clean. She'll do most of the things sneaky behind our back to see if she can get better at playing against us. It was hilarious. It was hilarious back then. But
I feel you.
Yeah.
But one thing I remember her correctly, and she always yelled at my uncle. Nevertheless, she will yell at them saying, "Do not." She's like, I repeat, do not let my kids play Grand Theft Auto. I don't care how old they are. Do not let them play it.
Yeah, I have some
Because,
cousins. Go ahead. Sorry.
because back then, I was like 12 and 11-year-old, and I always wanted to play a violent game, right? You're at this certain age, like you're curious about a violent game.
Yeah.
I think my uncle's the only one. My uncle's like, no, we're not gonna let you watch. We're not gonna let you play Grand Theft Auto, but instead we're gonna let you play a fighting game. And the fighting game was Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. I was gonna guess.
Irony.
And the funny part was that I think my uncle regret that day. My uncle regretted saying that, oh no, what have I done to them? Because once the game is done, I think me and my brothers reacted as a Mortal Kombat character. I think my brother did the Scorpion one. I was a Sub-Zero, and I lose, and he's like, fatality. He ripped my head off, and my mom's like, where do you get this from? We're like, Mortal Kombat. You said we were not playing Grand Theft Auto.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's funny.
Alex, you've been quiet for a second. What are your thoughts?
Thank you. What was the topic? Like, what were you guys talking about? Because I was listening to Fred. I was just thinking, like, wait, where are we going? Was it about the reversal? I mean, the roles of how we were dealing with, or?
I don't remember how we got there, but yeah, I was talking about basically, yeah.
Okay, let's just. I guess I'll get my piece out of the way, then we could. Well, I think we pretty much agree that the Oscars kind of screwed themselves over time with how Hollywood has been acting.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, so for me, I don't know. I just never had like this whole idea that only girls did their own thing while boys did their own thing. Because I don't know. I just knew I loved games, and I think my dad was more into games than I was while growing up as a kid. Because there were times when he would tell me to, no, stay up with me. We need to finish this level together. And it was like Batman: The Rise of Sin Tzu. That was a pretty cool game, but goddamn, the beat 'em ups were like crazy as hell back then. But yeah, we would stay up playing that game, and he was so into it. It was pretty cool. And then when I was like, no, I'm too tired. I can't do this, Dad. And then he would like ask my mom, like, hey, come on, play with me. And then they were playing it before him, and when I knocked out, woke up the next day, I asked them like, wait, so how did it go? And like, oh, we beat the game together. I was saying like, damn, that's amazing. And my mom,
motherfucker,
like my mom jumped halfway into the game. Like, oh, we've been in the game all the time, so I didn't mind. But the fact that my mom jumped into the game halfway through and was able to catch up with my dad, I was like, that's freaking amazing. Like, I don't know how she does it, but I feel like she could have been she was a gamer from the past life if the past life had games in the first place.
Right.
Still, it was pretty cool. I was thinking, like, how does that happen? And then later on down the line, like, I noticed that my sisters would also play Over the Hedge with me as well, and that was pretty cool. Like, just having a second player to like just help play, do submissions. Like, I would tell them like, oh, okay, you do this and that. Like, try to help them out because they're new. I don't get that they're girls. I just knew that they needed to play it because they wanted to. Because it was fun, especially with driving go karts and then flying straight up into the air if you angled it right. That was pretty insane.
Right.
And the Wii, that's when they were like really crazy with playing the game on it, especially for like Zoo Tycoon, I think. I think that was one of the games. And Ant Bully. I didn't know that. I didn't know Ant Bully had a freaking game, which was weird. And I think currently right now, they're busy, of course. Like they got they got like more hours than me than jobs, but they would still like to play Just Dance on the Switch from time to time. And with my mom, I know that if I were to ask her like, "Hey, do you want to play Super Mario Party with me?" She would say yeah. Like she would play the mini games with me, which was pretty fun. So I don't know. Like I guess I was always surrounded by women that just like to play games.
Y'all are
I don't
fucking
know about
cool.
classes though. I mean for classes or like in school, I don't know, like from the girls that were like that were at least somewhat um that I was somewhat know or whatever. They seem to always be active like after school. Like they'll be playing basketball or playing something. And I was just
Mm.
thinking like, huh, everyone's always busy. Am I just the only lazy bastard around here?
Dude, you know what I just remembered? Like, I swear all the ladies in my school, like during middle school, they all had a DS. I don't know what the fuck it was. Because you reminded me, everyone had a Wii, you know? Uh, like everyone had a Wii. It was insane. If you didn't have a Wii, it was because like you didn't need a Wii because your cousin had a Wii. You know what I mean? Like, eh,
Yeah.
or you knew someone who had a Wii. Like, most households had one. It was so weird. I still have mine, but the fucking hang on. I'm like, huh,
Got
where was I what was I talking about before the Wii? I was talking about DSs. Yeah. All
yeah.
the ladies had DSs. And I remember I had a DS and I thought this is fucking cool, but it fucking sucks at the same time. Because you know how they had like the chat feature, the Picto chat or whatever? You can like draw little pictures and stuff and just chat in there. I was like, I have no one to talk to. No one else has a DS. Um,
Got lucky.
Then we started going to school with our DSs, and it was sick. It was the best ever. But yeah,
Damn, your middle school is lucky. Shit, no one.
Got lucky.
In my
He
elementary
got
school,
lucky.
yeah,
He got lucky. I did not get so much.
yeah, in
but
my
it was
elementary
like a
school,
culture shock back then.
I bet. Yeah, in elementary school for me, shit, we weren't allowed to play freaking Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
We couldn't bring toys and shit from
That was
home.
so weird.
Like, yeah, like fuck
Like,
you.
we could play marbles, but not Yu-Gi-Oh cards. What the hell?
Okay, Alex, I remember this one time,
What's
this
that?
bitch Noonade made
Shit.
me share a cookie that I brought from home. And I'm like, bitch, I brought this cookie. And it was a
What?
big cookie. My mom brought me this cookie. I'm not sharing. She made me share it with these fucking loser kids that I didn't want to share with. Like, you know how shitty that is? You should be able to tell someone, fuck off, this is my cookie.
That's some
Oh,
bullshit. What?
dude,
Who?
I'm heated. Like if I ever see her, I'm punching her. I'm decking her. We're fighting. Kicking her in the dome. I'm sweet chin musicking her. Like just like that shit ain't right. Yeah, you saying
This.
that you couldn't play like, Yu-Gi-Oh and shit, that just reminded me. I was like, that bitch made me share my cookie. It just all came back to me.
I was thinking like,
Oh, mine was worse.
all right, what'd she do? What'd she make you do?
No, my teacher, like you bring your comic book in case like the teacher will tell you, okay, it's time to read a book in middle school. Well, I brought
Okay.
my own comic book. I'm like, okay, it's standard procedure. I don't want to read the little text or the little small letter thing. I don't like it. I just brought my own comic book, right? A Spider-Man, no less. She saw me reading a comic book, and what she did was so terrifying that I would never bring another comic book ever again with that school.
She
She
pissed
brought
on
it.
it.
No, she burned it. She lit it. She lit it in front of the whole class say, remember this, kids. Do not bring your comic book. If you do, I'll burn it. She wasn't joking. She literally burned it. I was like, what
I would have
the
punched her in the tit.
hell were you thinking? And she's like, why? Don't tell me. Your parents could buy you anyways. I'm like, your parents will buy you a new one. I'm like, no, I literally bought it with my own fucking money. I cuss her out. I'm like, I bought it my own fucking money. You had no right to burn my shit.
I
So
wish I
she sent me to the principal office, and what the principal office was confused about was why would you burn the comic book in the first place, and why we bring a comic book into school? I was like, well, she said it's hard to read, so I brought a comic book. She said books. I don't see the problem.
It's literally in the word comic book.
This just said this comic book. It's not that hard.
Bro, what is up with us getting all these abusive ass teachers while growing up? What the?
I didn't have them. I didn't have abusive. I mean, I had that new Nade. That wasn't like she wasn't my primary teacher or anything. She just watched the fucking children run around and tell them not to be fucking touching each other or anything. And I don't mean that like I realize now that we're older, like innuendos and shit, but no, I mean like we couldn't have physical contact. You couldn't hug your friend back in the day. Which is weird. I feel like it's weird to try to stop children from hugging one another. I feel like it's weird if you want to try to stop and like, dude, I can't speak. What the fuck?
It's probably because it's late for you.
Okay, hang on. I feel like it's weird to try to stop kids from hugging each other if they want to. Like, it's just hugging. What the fuck are they gonna do? I understand to an extent you kind of want to be careful because I guess when children are at school, you don't want them roughhousing because, you know, God forbid, all it takes is like one kid to fall, crack his head, and die, you know, and that school would never hear the end of it. I get it. I get it, but, you know, it's, I don't know. Like, I remember I was like trying to lead my friend somewhere, and I was like I was holding him by the wrist, right? And I was like trying to lead him, and like I was running somewhere, I was like leading him, kind of like how in Fable 3 where you drag the fucking people to work, you're like, there, come on, motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
Like I was doing that, but I was like running, you know. And this bitch gets on the loudspeaker and yells at me, "Let go of him," you know, and I'm like, bitch, yeah, I don't know. Made me sad, made me angry. No, my teachers were pretty good though. My primary teachers.
Oh well, that's very good then.
Yeah, lucky.
You guys want to go on sort of like a little quick break before, or just do like a break before we just come back on and talk about the last section, which is the Spider-Man cartoon series?
Yes.
For me, all it in because I don't know about the Spider-Man stuff. I think that's like your guys' idea of it. I don't want to feel like popping in there all of a sudden. I don't know what I'm talking about.
So
yeah, for sure, buddy.
You're gonna be getting off then?
Yeah.
All right then, for sure, understood. All right,
everybody. We will miss you.
All right, everybody. We will be going on a short break and a little ad break, I guess, for listeners. But yeah, doing a little after the break, Nathan and I will be talking about the Spider-Man cartoon series being taken off Disney Plus. And without that being said, Fred, you can say goodbye or say anything you like. Like, since now you got Twitter and everything, you want to plug in anything?
Come with great power, come great responsibility. I just wanted to say that. Since you guys going to talk about Spider-Man, so I might as well just say one-liner.
I dig it.
Other than that, good night.
All right, good night.
You too, buddy.
And